we're all here, other than Joe. Welcome, everybody.
Show us yes.
Thank you.
In your notes.
And
Yep, got it.
we have a quorum, and Joe is fine. He just has a family obligation, and he couldn't make it at the last minute that came up today. So, family comes first.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And we welcome Peggy Larson, who is now going to be representing the Friends. Sandra has asked her to come to our meetings.
Nice.
So cozy up to Peg.
Make her your best friend.
Yes. No, but we're welcoming you, and so it'll be nice. That way it's good to communicate. Anita or I try, or both of us always try to get to the Friends meetings. Mm-hmm. But we need to do that because we need to communicate. So.
Keep track of, how we can help each other.
Yes. So welcome, Peggy.
Thank you.
And anytime, feel comfortable reaching out to anybody on the board for anything. Okay. And Liz, of course, you
And
know
it's
that.
an open meeting, so if you have questions for us today, you can ask us.
Yes, we have to go through some of the stuff that you don't have to do for your meeting because it's the law, so. Okay, so I called the meeting to order on time at 3. And we have everyone here, except Joe Knox, who is absent. We do have a quorum. And I have to remind you that we are an open meeting, and we have to follow the open meeting laws, and this meeting is recorded. So we get all of that out of the way right away. And then we go into announcements. And
Correct.
I ask if the board members have any announcements.
I have one announcement.
Anita has one.
The craft class that is on Wednesday
Yes.
from 1 to 3
Yes.
is going to be in this room,
Okay.
room 103, not in the multipurpose room.
Okay. Thank you.
My only announcement is, there are 2 boxes that can use
Oh,
food that get emptied out
Oh, that's-
as fast as the food goes in. So, any non-perishables, we will receive them welcomely, or if you need food, go check one of the 2 places out.
Yes.
Thank you for always doing it, Marilyn, because we know there's a huge need in town that people aren't aware of. They think Littleton's affluent.
But
we
with all
have-
the
Do I
million-dollar
have to say
houses.
to ask a question?
No?
You can interrupt me.
Where are the 2? I know there's one out
And
here.
one
Oh.
at the Baptist church, there's one.
Okay, I
And
knew there was one
that
there. I
one-
didn't know if you meant there were 2 here.
No, the thing that's good about the Baptist church one is it's easy to park, there's places to park and easy to get to. This one, if you were to come with a big bag, it's
Well, I
it's a
come
little
on the
harder
weekends.
with,
I
yeah.
come on the weekends and I just pull up
That's,
front.
yeah,
Smart. That's smart.
there it is.
Because the parking lot, we all know, is,
Is that a premium, right?
yeah, parking spaces are at a premium. Right.
I wonder how the postal workers' food drive was Saturday with the rain.
I know. Well, they put their bags out early enough. At least I got mine in my mailbox a few days ahead of
Yeah,
time.
I did. I
So, and
stuffed
they're
mine
pretty
in the
good. That's-
mailbox.
yeah.
And he did take it.
I
so
remember the days I used to volunteer at Loaves and Fishes. That was a big event for them.
it was.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, I was just
I know
disappointed.
my little neighborhood, when I was leaving to go somewhere, I can't remember, there were, every mailbox
Had a bag.
had a big bag.
Awesome.
But 2 didn't. But they were big bags and they wouldn't, whatever was in them was too heavy
Heavy,
for the mail,
oh.
so they were on the ground. So
Yeah.
Wow.
our development at least did a good job.
Nice.
Awesome. Great.
Okay, any other announcements? Well, we have a big event coming this Friday. I will make that
Yes.
announcement, just in case anybody forgot.
What, didn't get an invitation?
Wait a minute, we all got an invitation, didn't we? And the board you sent-
No, but I meant, so we're announcing it, you're announcing it for anyone.
Oh, well, the whole town's invited.
And of course, it's right there on the
So-
broadcaster.
Yes.
And
You
it's
know, and-
when and at what time?
Pardon me?
What day is it and at what time?
Well, wouldn't you like to clarify that for us, Chief?
Yes.
Okay.
The event takes place this Friday,
Yeah.
May
16th.
at 1 o'clock.
Yay.
And we have a lot of invited guests. I think Liz can fill us in on that, but it is a big event. There will be a tent up in the parking lot, which is going to take away parking places.
Oh, boy.
So everybody has to come early.
Park out there.
Here early. It's going to be a problem. We know that,
Uh-huh.
right?
The weather should be nice. I think I heard.
So it's town hall closes at 1, so hopefully some employees will be leaving.
Okay.
Megan Murphy was calling Badgers to see if employees and staff could park over across the street as
nice.
well.
That is nice.
But the entire section by the library is going to be blocked off,
I see.
starting Friday, 7 a.m.
So if even the handicap spots down by the building are going to be non-accessible, right? Correct?
Yes, the tent will be right
The
there.
one up by the patio up here will be accessible. The 4
Okay.
spots that are there. I think it's 4 or 5 something. Anyway, just, yeah, keep that in mind.
Plan ahead.
However, Park and Rec does not close Friday early. So Park and Rec will still be working Friday afternoon, so that any cars they have.
Well, I'm sure we'll manage. People will
We
manage.
always do.
Yes, it gets figured out, so. All right. Any other announcements? Other than that big event, which we will be talking more about as we go on down the list here. Okay, I don't think I have any announcements myself. So, we will move on then to our minutes, which Susan is so wonderful to do.
Yes.
And she does them so quickly after our meetings. I have to tell you, I'm terrible this time.
If I waited long, I wouldn't get them done.
She gets them to me in 2 or 3 days, and then I don't always read them. I realized this past month I was very bad. I didn't even look at them until the end of the month when I was going to be sending them out. I thought, oh, I never did this. And I run it through the spell check and
Right.
all that I have, that she doesn't have, I guess, in her program.
Well, I do, but I catch many.
Yeah.
And after you sent me that one, I caught a couple other things.
Oh, things
too.
that I missed. So see, between the two of us, we try to make it perfect.
Right.
Because it does get posted.
We try.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
And I'll second the move.
So we have a motion on the table to accept the minutes of, our April 14th meeting.
And I'll second
Any
it.
further discussion? A motion was made by Anita, seconded by Marilyn. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's a unanimous vote, I do believe. Any abstentions that I missed? Nope. No nays. Okay, great. We're done. Now, it says on our agenda, I should have given you an agenda. I apologize. Did Liz give you one? It's okay. But you're up now. Friends always come after we do the minutes. So you can always plan on that. So, and I apologize. I could have given you the agenda. So if you just come to the microphone, and we ask you to do that because people, when they watch the tape of this meeting or are here, you can lower it, Peg. And,
See you.
yeah, there you go.
Goes.
Yeah, they can't hear you, on the tape if you don't use the microphone. So that's why we ask you to use the microphone.
Okay,
So, welcome. And we're
Thank
glad
you.
to have you here.
thank you.
I think everybody knows Peggy Larson, right?
Sure,
Okay.
absolutely.
So you want me to say I'm from the Friends? Or?
Yes, you can just say you're from the Friends and you're representing Sandra.
I am representing the Friends of the COA. In place of Sandra, I am going to be their representative.
Thank you.
Glad to be that.
Good.
And we're glad to have you here.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, do you have anything to update us on? We heard you had great success with your tree in
Yes,
the new building.
yes.
Yeah.
And we do have some beautiful planters that are going in the senior center maybe tomorrow.
Ooh.
They will be ready for Wednesday. And I think Sandra's picking up the plants and things. I think she has some floor plants too.
Are those the planters I've seen outside up there?
So Sandra and many other helpers, including Peg, are helping with indoor plants and the raised garden beds that are outside.
Wow.
If you walk into the center now, we've got these beautiful big, I think they're ceramic planters that are blue that perfectly match the color of that back study room that's in the paint color that's carried throughout the building. And she was working getting some really tall plants like fiddle leaf figs and other things, and then smaller plants. And then the entire raised garden bed on the Shattuck Street side of the building, she had a plan for tomatoes and herbs, and then
Oh, whoa.
flowers that you can cut and all kinds of things.
Wow.
They've been busy.
She'll be doing cut flowers like zinnias and cosmos and marigolds and things like that. And then we're going to do a couple of vegetable bins with eggplant and tomatoes, and Gail wants garlic chives and basil and sage and stuff like that.
Wonderful.
So
Wow.
we will probably have 2 beds of herb vegetables.
How
And the
nice.
rest will be probably flowers.
Well, you can't have two better
Wow.
people than Peggy.
Right.
Yeah. So the two of you
Okay.
be working on that. That's great. So
Yes,
wonderful.
and the planters are beautiful. They are really, really beautiful. I saw them in her car. So she has asked me if my son can bring them over tomorrow. He's on his way home from Maine, so I said, I will talk to him. If not, my husband will probably do it. So we'll get him there.
Oh, thank you. That's wonderful. Yes.
So
Can't wait.
I know,
Huge amount of
can't
help.
wait
And that
to
makes it
see
so friendly.
everything.
Plants are always
It's going to
so-
be so exciting.
Yes.
Opening day with everything that's been talked about to be actually be there.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Who's going to be responsible for watering them all inside?
Sandra.
Sandra. Let her know that.
She's at the thrift. She can run over here when she closes.
What a great task for a senior tax worker.
That's a great task for a senior task worker.
Yeah.
Because some of them will need, you got to know what the need is for the plant, yeah.
Weeding,
So that,
whatever.
another little, yeah.
Yeah. I think she talked about them planting too, Liz, didn't she? Maybe tax people.
I think so.
Planting the planters.
Yeah, and then running it like an ongoing program too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
so that would be nice.
Wouldn't that
And
be?
there's people that are on the senior program that like to do gardening and stuff, so that would be a perfect thing for them to do.
Perfect.
Not me, but, I kill anything I put in there, but
I used to love to do gardening.
Put your work
when I
gloves
was
on and play in
agile.
the dirt.
I did.
Oh, that's Marianne's love.
I love to play in the dirt.
Wow.
now the tree and the names will be up there Friday.
Yes,
That
if you don't
I-
mind.
I don't know until our meeting tomorrow. Our meeting's tomorrow.
Well,
so
Liz might know.
I don't know.
So the installer should be here Wednesday or Thursday to get the tree up on the wall and the first 50 leaves. Fingers crossed that they arrive on time. But yeah, I think the last time I checked Andy Fredette and I have a shared spreadsheet, and I think the last time I looked at it, that raised over $22,000.
Whoa. Oh, my goodness.
That's phenomenal.
No, the 50 are the small leaves.
It's an acrylic,
Okay.
and it's an acrylic tree with etched metal leaves, I believe, gold and silver.
I was gonna say, that's gonna be some quick painting.
Oh, no, no paint.
Okay.
Drill some holes.
22,000.
Wow.
That's a
That's
lot of money.
amazing. That's
nice,
great.
though. That's
Wow.
nice.
It
It's going to
is.
look really good.
Yeah.
Well, at $500.
First class.
And I'm sure
And they're
too,
not all five, weren't they 250 and
250,
500?
250 with silver and 500 for the gold.
and I'm sure when people come in and start seeing that,
Yeah, some
they'll
people
want
are
to
gonna-
contribute, other people will want to
Well, I think isn't
put their
somebody
name
going,
on the tree or whatever, and
somebody's going to be there. I think Andy or somebody or
Andy and Charlie.
and Charlie are going to be there on opening.
that's good.
Day. Yes,
Yeah,
because they
that's
might
good.
get more.
How many leaves can we have on the tree?
We need a forest.
A lot. So there's room for expansion, and then there's room to put things along the bottom, like a basket of apples or tree leaves in a basket. We can kind of get creative with it or add different elements to kind of
It
make
really
a
took
mural
off.
almost. Yeah,
It did.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Once-
excited because I want to see my mom's name. My mom's name will be up there.
Oh, that's
nice.
special.
So that is
Yeah.
really special.
Yeah.
A lot of people did
Was she 100 when she died last year?
She was 99.
99.
God bless
Oh, that'll be awesome to see her name up there.
You know, I was thinking about this. I wondered about it too, because CUA has 2 emeritus board members, you know. One of them is no longer with us, Mary Kay.
Right.
Oh,
But
yes.
Barbara Camp still is with us and able to get out. She's at the nursing home. I was thinking about that, and I thought, and I don't know if her family will be around or anything. We perhaps, you know, or maybe Barbara McCrae, and is very close to Barbara Cam. I don't know whether she can come even on Friday. But I was thinking about it, and I thought, oh, I don't know.
An invitation, you mean, to be extended?
Well, I don't know. I didn't even think about it until just over the weekend for some reason. So, but anyway, if anybody talks to, I could call Barbara McCrae and ask her, because I know they're friends. She's very friendly with Barbara Cam. So. Anyway, continue. Sorry. Got off the subject a little, but I was thinking about the tree and everybody, all the past people that have been involved in this. It goes way back to 1972.
Whoa.
When the Council on Aging Board was established by this town. So that's a long time.
I was in town then.
I know.
I was too.
I was too.
We were.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we were too.
yep,
Yes.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Seems like yesterday, doesn't it?
Well, thank you, Peggy. Do you have anything else for us? You can always speak up, just,
Yeah.
you know, indicate, and if I miss you, somebody will see your hand. And
No, I don't think so right now.
okay,
Thank you.
thank you. And welcome again.
Yes.
Oh,
That's going to be really good work done.
Yes.
just wanted to thank the Friends one more time for funding the entire Cinco de Mayo party.
Oh,
The band,
yes,
food.
yes.
That was so fun. That was fun. It was great.
It was
was a
a
lot of
wonderful
fun.
event.
Yeah.
Please tell
I
them all.
tried to sign up too late.
Oh, you didn't get in, and you.
Oh.
No, I didn't. Megan said it was full. I said, that's okay.
It was a sell. Well, you know
It was
what?
a sellout.
That should not be a problem for a while now. Once after this Friday, because we can have 165 in that room. Is it
161 seated.
161 seated?
Oh,
So
wow.
we can have 60
Yeah.
more people in there,
Then we-
roughly.
Yeah.
But you'll be doubling your catering.
Well, that's true. too.
That is true.
That is true.
So
but-
we might need to come to the Friends for more money.
Well, I guess we have it.
Well, that's nice. So, but yeah, no, we are very lucky. We have a great friends group. Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
So we're moving on to the director's report. And I was so rude to Amy. I'm not going to ever do that again. Last month, I lost track of time and forgot to get Amy up to the microphone. I felt so bad. Still, I know, but I still felt bad. Yeah, and I know
Well, I
better.
felt bad that I missed the last meeting.
Oh, don't worry.
That's why I called you and I said, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
All right, Liz, where are we? Did we set any more records?
We did.
Oh, no. I just
1,000.
typed the thing for the broadcaster. I have a new one I can put in?
1,515 sign-ins.
Oh,
April.
1,000, what?
1,515 sign-ins in
Look at
April.
that, just
Wow.
popped right out.
Wait a minute, what was the number for the month before?
1,477.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wow.
I have to correct what I sent you, the article.
I haven't opened it yet. You're
Yeah,
good.
well, okay, well, I'm going to have to say, we have to correct that because I made I put in the March figure. And that was an all-time record. And so this is an all-time record for the existence of the COA.
Yeah, it certainly is.
And
Wow.
That new building is already happening.
That's
It
right.
is.
It is.
Yeah.
So I can.
There are people from out of town coming and wanting to be part of it. I noticed today up in the Knitters, there were 3 new people from the Knitters
Oh, nice.
up there helping out.
Oh,
wow.
And Bev said that the Harvard yarn place closed.
Oh, my
Yes,
gosh.
it's awful.
Really?
And they had
They
a
had nice
knitting
yarn.
club there,
uh-huh.
so they came looking, and they asked if they could join here.
Oh, wow, how nice.
And they were helping Maureen and somebody pack up all the stuff this morning.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so there's 3 more people that
I
we've
haven't
gotten.
been, I used to be a very consistent member, and I haven't been there lately, and I couldn't go today. I had a medical appointment, but anyway, hopefully I'll get back.
Oh, nice, nice.
Because that's a long-time group. I remember that, we started that. Gene Johnson and I started that way back.
You did.
Yeah, we did. At the request of the existing director at the time,
Oh,
way back in, early 2000, maybe 12, something like that.
that's been long-standing.
So it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
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 So, go ahead. Sorry, I got us off on a tangent here, but that was striking me,
Yeah.
because I just
Trying to
wrote.
share my next screen
that.
here. Just wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. If you didn't see it in the town's newsletter, there's an article about Alicia.
I did see that.
Because Alicia is our certified Shine counselor serving the health information needs of everyone on Medicare. And she got the highest amount of savings per client that she saw in our region. She saved people over $40,000 on their prescription drug costs.
That's amazing.
Wowie.
Oh, I should have put that in my article.
We can copy and paste this whole article in because
Right, yeah, maybe.
I mean,
Yeah.
she knocked it out of the park. The next town down was Wilmington with $10,000 in savings.
Oh, my gosh. She did knock it out of the
She
park.
did.
Oh,
What was that in, Liz? The
Um,
article?
The town newsletter. The town newsletter.
What a great picture.
It's in the book, it's a good.
I know, isn't that a great photo?
Oh, she's so pretty.
I know.
So pretty.
Judy Reed from LCTV took that picture at one of our barbecues last summer.
Oh, yeah. Such a
Definitely
pretty
shiny.
picture. Pretty girl.
She is.
you can get the town newsletter, Peg, by going on the town website?
Yep.
You know how to do that, okay.
Yep.
That's really great, and I just, my article, I was saying, for the broadcaster for June is to please recognize staff and all the wonderful things they do, so you can add whatever you want.
Just rewrite the letter.
Just write your article.
I mean, I didn't know about this when I was writing it earlier today.
Quite the honor,
And
my
that is
gosh.
quite the honor, but you can probably put it in not 2 minutes flat.
Yeah.
I got this
An addendum to the,
the day the newsletter information was due. I received this info by email and I was like, please wait. let me make it into an article and send it over.
Oh, yeah, that's
So,
great.
yeah.
Well, that's what
Congratulations to Alicia.
Oh, my gosh,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
And congratulations to us because we have her.
Oh, I know.
You know what, I'm gonna have
I mean,
to,
serious.
I'm gonna have to talk about that. If I can I still speak, Friday?
Yeah, absolutely. I got you back in. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, because I think I will mention that perhaps. Because I'm gonna be talking about how wonderful our staff are too,
Yes.
on Friday.
You can blow their horn for sure. Yes.
Well, they deserve it, in my opinion.
So I guess that information is the outreach coordinator's report because everyone else is
Busy.
everyone.
Yeah.
So the only other thing I have is reviewing this in detail with everyone. I don't know if you want me to do that now or save it for
Doesn't
old business update from the senior center project.
Well,
Or new
really
business.
It really goes under finalizing board member
Yeah.
duties, really done under new business. So why don't we just wait and do that then? We'll move on. So
We need to vote
are you
to-
done with both the
Yep.
directors and outreach coordinators monthly report? I will entertain a motion to accept both of those reports then.
I move that we accept both of the reports.
Do I have a second on that?
I'll second the
Mary
report.
seconding that. Okay, any further discussion? Are you ready for a vote then?
Yes.
Okay, all those in favor of accepting the director's report and the outreach coordinator's monthly report?
Yes.
Yes.
Any people saying no? Good, so I'm a yes too, by the way, I'll clarify that. So we can move on. Thank you ever so much. So, all right, we don't really need, we know, I think, do you have anything you want to add about the senior center project? Or can we just go move on and talk about it all under our duties?
Yeah, they're pretty much wrapped up. I think there was like 2 things left on the punch list, and we got our AV technology training this morning for all the staff, so we know how to do the microphones and the projector and the
Oh,
play music. We can play music on our phone that goes to the speakers to fill the multipurpose room. We know.
You know what I thought was really neat? We had our meeting, Marge, Liz, and I, in her office over there.
Yeah.
And she sits down and pushes this button and her desk
Desk
raises.
goes up.
And I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool.
I was just gonna say, did that board get replaced yet, where you kept hitting your knee?
Yes, they fixed it.
Oh my gosh, that's.
Boy,
quick.
they're fast, huh?
Aren't they? That was only last week.
That was last
Yeah,
week.
not even a week.
Liz, I have a question.
and your floor got fixed fast.
Yes. Originally it was 5-week wait time, but they.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised when it got done so quickly.
Yeah.
Where will our next board meeting be?
I was gonna, I asked Amber that question. Is it going to be LCTV in our building?
There is LCTV in the new building. I haven't quite figured out if we will comfortably fit in the conference room downstairs or if we should get an owl and go up to program room 2 and be up
So
there.
we can meet there?
Yep.
So,
Are the chairs in the craft room yet? Because there were no,
Yes.
there were no chairs before.
There's chairs everywhere.
Okay,
Not sure if they're all in the right spots, but there's chairs everywhere.
okay.
so we will have to be changing where our meeting is. I was wondering about that when I was thinking about today and
Yeah.
thinking, is this the last time we were gonna be in this
It
room?
will be.
And it'd be so nice.
Well, let's not say that just yet.
Yeah, right.
Gotta make sure.
Well, I asked Amber, and she
We
said,
sit
that's a Liz
comfortably."
question, Marge, when I got here today. So, but that's nice to know. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I
Great.
think we'll fit nicely in the conference room, but
Nice.
we might
And
also
my
want to-
June craft class will be in the new room.
Yes.
And maybe people would come in sometime to a meeting if it's in that environment and over there and they're there, you know, they might just stop in. They're welcome. People are welcome. So that's great, I think.
Especially if they walk by and they see something going on. Oh, what's going on?
Yep. Okay. So, if we do the five, we only have the board member update. We're doing, well, it's 3:30. So, and I know that Liz is out straight. So anytime that we can save for her is probably a good thing to do. So, board member update. Do we have any updates from either Marilyn or Susan?
What I have, there wasn't much except we did have a Minuteman Senior Center. And it was talking about how they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do with, if they get, with cuts and things.
Oh, their finances are
Their
cut?
finances, well, because part of it's federal.
Federal.
Yeah.
And the money, so there's a lot of talk about what's gonna happen. They did say that, yeah, there'd be a 20% cut in billable enrollments. They can, and they're only gonna be able to offer people 23 hours a week. It will no longer be 24/7. That's one of the things. Yeah, they can only offer 3 hours a week, not 24/7. And they're not sure what's gonna happen because federal fiscal year 26 is a skinny budget has been released. And what we know, there are some proposals for 22.7% cut for NDD funds. I don't know what NDD is. And that includes OAA,
Older.
Shine, LIHEAP,
Shine? Oh.
OAA Title
Assistance.
5, Senior CSEP, not valued to be gone. And know there'll be cuts, but don't know what. Level funding for services, and it lists some titles, and I don't know what those titles, I mean, I know the numbers, but I don't know what they are. Included eliminating long-term, this includes eliminating the long-term
Ombudsman.
Ombudsman? Oh, gee.
Oh,
Oh, that's sad.
That's very
It's
bad.
really bad, yes. it
What do
is.
families do without an ombudsman advocating?
And they've been around for years, years.
Yeah, that'll be rough.
Yeah.
Cuts to Medicaid, they don't know what's gonna happen there because they're still talking about it I heard cuts on the radio. Federal account,
The phone today.
yeah. The federal funding accounts for 6% of aging and independence budget, just independence.
So that's 6%
Leverage
right
the
there.
prescription plan, advantage funding for Shine, potential for emergency 9C. whatever program title that is.
9C cuts, remove money from the home care program.
Oh, gee.
Oh, home care's down to 3 hours a week,
And what was it?
24/7.
You
Oh,
could,
that was 24/7.
depending on your level of need and which program you were enrolled in.
Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah, so they're really very, very
Ouch.
concerned. They're really hoping that, they've got this event coming up in November. But it's not for people like me or anything. It's for large corporations and, they're having a lunch and they're hoping to get
Money.
plenty of money there, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
donations.
So locally,
it's interesting because one of the things that I caught, didn't catch, I can't read it all on the screen fast, was Stowe COA had made a donation. But I think it was probably the Friends of the Stowe COA that had made a donation.
Had to be friends.
Yeah.
no, so that's a strange thing. So.
I thought it was very strange when I saw it. It was listed under
Yeah.
some money that they'd gotten.
So every year, Minuteman Senior Services sends an assessment for services to the towns to pay towards whatever they are providing. Not every ASAP that Minuteman does this. When I was in Northborough, that ASAP did not do that because it's almost seen as a donation to, and as a government entity, we can't make a donation to. So they send us an assessment
Oh,
for $2,500-ish every year,
so it's not a donation.
and we just table it. We don't because it's like a donation.
Oh, okay.
So we don't do that. Stowe, interestingly, they got their Meals on Wheels coordinator cut
Whoa.
due to funding. So the first thing the director said was they're no longer paying their local assessment to Minuteman.
Whoa.
It's
Because
interesting, there's still Lexington,
services.
Burlington, Foxborough, Woburn, they still don't have someone there yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it seems like Stowe might have gotten their program, their Meals on Wheels coordinator cut because they were doing like 3 days a week, I think. They were the smallest.
Stowe's no longer doing Meals on Wheels.
Yeah, yeah, so they were the smallest,
Yeah, smallest group, yeah.
so, yeah.
None of it is favorable.
No,
well,
it was a very down meeting the other day, very down.
Well, yeah, that's understandable. I mean,
Oh,
it's just kind of down.
really
Yeah.
understandable, yeah. I left thinking, I'm down to start with, I need this.
I don't like to hear the news nowadays.
Right, that's not the kind of news.
Yeah. Well, thank you, anyway, for sharing, because we need to be aware of what's going on.
Yeah,
we do.
especially where they're cutting things. And then
Okay.
they're concerned that they might have to cut staff.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Chop, cut, chop.
Susan,
Yes.
do you have anything for us from Affordable Housing Trust or any of your little areas? She's got her finger in her pies.
You're adding more areas to.
No.
Please. Affordable Housing Trust, we had, I think I reported last month that we signed a contract with Habitat for Humanity for the duplex on Tehadawon, so that's now in Habitat's hands for coming up with a timeline for that building. Affordable Housing Trust is still working with consultants to write an RFP for Durkee. We've also been working with the Historical Commission to try and combinations of historic preservation, historic on the house, and then it would be new build for more units. They're hoping to get, I think it's at least 8 units. They will be family. It isn't just seniors, it's family.
New units?
New build, yes, and that's not in the house. The house and the barn
Separate.
is a big question of exactly whether the house is capable of being renovated at all, and if it is, into what. And then the barn, there was some talk about being able to renovate the barn into units, but that also has to be studied. So they're hoping to get an RFP out within the next couple of months. Writing RFPs for this, because there's so many moving parts, is difficult. But they have professional consultants.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's good.
We've been having 2 meetings a month with them, so.
Oh, well. Okay. Well, thank you both.
Yes.
I'm not cutting you off, am I, Sue?
No, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
finished.
no, I just didn't want to be rude. So,
No.
but thank you both for all you do, for your 2 groups that you pay attention to. So, okay, I think, any other questions for them? Then we're down to finalizing our duties for this Friday. And that takes us to the big handout, which I do in my end. It's right here underneath my agenda. Our little cheat sheet here.
Energy reactor.
Okay. Liz, do you want to take the lead on this?
Yes, I will. Okay. So Friday, early in the morning, facilities is going to block off the parking lot down by the library with cones. The tent will be set up between 7 and 10 a.m., and they're also setting up chairs for us as well. 2 of the front rows are going to have reserved signs on them for COA board and for Friends board, so you have seats right up front. And Sue Melander is helping with making name badges, so everyone has a badge. We have our speeches lined up. Mark Rombacher, the select board chair, is kind of the master of ceremonies. So Mark is speaking, then State Rep James Arciero, then Marge Payne, then myself, then Suzanne De Silva, who's the principal and director of architecture for LLB, and then Tom Camo, who's the president of Commodore Builders, will be speaking. Then we'll do the actual ribbon cutting, and then the doors will be open. I'm hoping that you all are able to comfortably get in first and get to the assigned
Our duties.
stations.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I went back and watched the library tape because I don't want it to be a stampede into the front door. Hopefully we're able to get our photos and our everything and allow the board members to get in before everyone else enters. But so everyone has a designated spot. Everyone at this table and a couple Friends members also have spots. The last 2 pages of this are the maps, and I just hand wrote where the general area where I think everyone should kind of be stationed, just so everyone has an area to cover. So part of what we're doing is when you walk in the multi-purpose room, we'll have the tables and chairs set up. We have a caterer with hot appetizers in that room, and Chris Carter playing guitar, just soft background music. The police department will also be there with a table set up with information about the Safe Return program, so we can capture people, sign them up for Safe Return, and have kind of a display of the air tags and the safety kits that we were able to purchase with funds from the Rotary and a generous. We have about 5 or 6 beautiful baskets made from different like assisted livings and companies we work with who have donated these baskets. Because as you go through the building, if you get, I think Marge will have you do it, we'll hand out a little sheet that shows you all the different rooms, and if a board member or staff initials
You were there?
that you were there and you get them all, you put them in the box at the end of your
Is that the
walkthrough.
scavenger hunt you're
Yes,
referring
the
to?
scavenger
You
hunt.
Oh, okay, what is that? All right.
We've got these beautiful
Are
raffle
we
baskets.
eligible to participate in that as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So we gotta run around.
You gotta run fast.
Yeah, I just thought I would check before.
Yeah. I also forgot to say that there'll be desserts in the multipurpose room too.
Everybody's gonna go in there where the food is, you know.
Yes. Some people, you know, might.
Well, there would be some.
Okay. So when we walk in, Marge, you'll be there. Actually, let me just follow this.
Yep.
Okay, multipurpose room. Megan Murphy is going to be there 'cause she's meeting the caterer, and that is her assigned area. Marilyn, if you could be in that room with your badge on, telling people all the different features of the room. You got it.
I can do that.
In the lobby will be Marge. You're like the grand welcomer.
Oh.
As you walk in, you can provide direction which way is.
Do they
Where's
get
the
any kind
elevator?
of a map or anything, or I just tell them?
Um,
I mean, I know where the
tell maps.
multipurpose room is in the kitchen area, and then to go upstairs, there were, that's mostly all the activity
all the
rooms.
program rooms
Program
upstairs.
rooms are
yeah.
upstairs. I
Direct
could-
people staircase, elevator, bathrooms, kind
I
of
could
thing.
do that, okay.
And hand out the.
I've been upstairs myself. There must be restrooms up
Yes.
there, too.
Yep, there's bathrooms upstairs. Kind of right off the edge of the pool room.
Oh, okay. I haven't been up there myself.
Hmm.
I gotta get up there.
To do that too.
Okay. In the reception and staff area.
Push the key tags. Push the key tags?
Push the key tags, yep.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll have 2 areas where people can sign up for their key tags.
Nice.
Like this little.
I have mine, I can show it to them.
I've got mine too.
At the front reception desk, we have a volunteer, Paula Trundy, who will be there doing key tags. And upstairs at the second reception desk, volunteer Dennis Garcia will be up there doing key tags as well. Sue Raymond is the staff person by the staff and reception desk, showing people all of that area. In the study and medical room, Peaches will be located there. And I think on that TV that's in the study, we'll be playing, hopefully, remember when we did the walkthrough with the construction hats? And it was just a steel building? They filmed that. I think I'd like to have that playing on a loop, kind of in that TV, yeah, so people can see. If you go down the hall in the coffee bar area, Mary, that's your area. And if you can just push the idea that this building was designed with lots of conversation catchers, like non-programmable space where people can just sit and be and not have to come to an activity, just be. Back out in the main lobby area by the Friends of the COA donor tree, we'll have Charlie and Andy there. They'll have forms to sign up for a leaf or donations, and they'll be collecting that and showing people the tree. The LCTV room, I was hoping Judy Reed was still available to do that. In the kitchen, we'll have Gail Dalton and volunteer Barbara DiStefano. Gail's going to talk about Meals on Wheels and congregate meals, and Barbara can talk about the breakfast and everything that we do in there. And when you go upstairs, Anita will be in the craft room with Kathy Coughlin, I believe. She's still on board.
Yeah.
You'll have your craft display of different things we've done over the years. In program room 2, Alicia is going to be in there, and she's going to be doing like a mock trivia game, because that's such a fun,
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Popular.
rowdy group. I love to show that off. Sue Melander will be in there too. You're also a trivia connoisseur. You can show people the various features of the room. And even outside the room or the digital signages, kind of point that out, that most of the TVs that are around are actually digital signage, not cable TVs.
The TV that's in the craft room, can we upload a craft that we want pulled down off of YouTube?
Yep.
We can.
You can plug your laptop right into it and show like a step-by-step
What it is?
video. Yeah.
Nice.
In both program rooms, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay, then there's the pool table room. And Jean, if you could be in that area, we're gonna have some of the pool players who advised me on this whole endeavor. Playing pool, actually showcasing, yeah.
Excellent.
They've got their friends and they're gonna be playing pool there. There's a couple different little seating areas there too, Jean, and digital signage. And you can direct people to that second floor reception desk that's right next to the pool area to, if they didn't get a key tag yet. Raised garden beds in the patio. Peggy. I have Sandra written down, but Peggy, if you are available as well to talk about all the great things. Our furniture, outdoor furniture package is supposed to be coming tomorrow. About 50% of the items we ordered. So there will be chairs and tables out there. The umbrellas are already here, so it'll be staged about halfway.
And Liz, you know people have been playing bocce already out there.
Yes, I've seen them multiple times.
Yeah,
I
'cause
the night
The night when the truck was still there, there were a couple of couples playing
Yeah.
bocce, because we told Amy about it.
Oh yeah, when the caregiver group. I was there last week too, and a family, a whole intergenerational. There was young kids, the mom and dad, the grandparents, and they
Wow,
were playing.
nice.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved seeing it. And they brought their own bocce balls. They had like this little carrying case. Yeah,
Cool.
It was really great to see.
My gosh, we don't need it.
It is.
It's already,
It's already
It's already being used.
When they were when it was being
Question.
same night.
You suggested that I bring up donations. If they want to know how to donate, what do I tell them?
Oh, specific to the
Coffee.
coffee. So the coffee system in the hall there, it's kind of like a fancy touchscreen coffee machine. So we're just going to have, for the time being, probably like a suggested donation box out there.
Okay.
And I want people to know that we're not trying to make money. We're just trying to break even. So we call it a revolving account. We're leasing this machine. So if you
They do that at the library.
yeah, if you put in $2 for a fancy espresso drink.
Suggested donation $1.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
I just
They
want to
can-
make sure I knew what to say.
Yeah. All good.
This is the coffee machine, just one cup of coffee, makes just one.
Yes.
At a time.
If you can, there's a bunch of different options you can choose from. It does different espresso drinks and nice things. Because we're trying to encourage people to stay.
One cup at a time, right?
Yes.
One cup at a time. Yeah, you can't do multiple cups.
Did today.
That would come in good if they were playing board games or Nasta or cribbage or, you know, whatever.
Yeah. I'm actually missing a page.
Or
on
pool.
mine.
Since they can't drink, they can drink coffee.
Is in- I'm missing a page on this one.
how many pages are we supposed to have?
Three plus the two.
3 plus the 2.
There's a missing page.
Huh?
There's a missing page. I don't know where it is.
Well, I did them as they printed out, so that means
Yeah.
when I did them, one didn't go through the machine.
So there's the bar room.
Yeah.
And then after that is the fitness room. I don't know what happened to that page.
The page
It didn't
isn't
print
in
out,
here.
apparently.
Oh, that's not on any of them.
No.
But none of us are in it, right?
Joe Knox is in the fitness
Well,
room.
then he'll
So
have
I'll
to-
talk with him
He's
separately.
yeah, he said he'd get in touch with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the fitness equipment rep, his name's Nick, he'll be there on site talking about the different machines, and Joe can go back and forth between the two fitness rooms upstairs. So there have been a ton of questions about the fitness room, and what we've got so far is we have an updated fitness waiver from town council. We've done the research to see what other towns are charging for their fitness rooms. And so the process will be you sign the waiver, you take a training course with Carol Wing, who is going to go through small groups of 8 or less train you on each machine, show you what weights are appropriate for you, and then you'll be able to use the room. So we still have to set the fee and schedule Carol Wing. I haven't done those two things yet, and we're still waiting on some of the fitness equipment. So the room is technically not open yet. We have one machine that is not fully assembled, and we're missing one side of the room's equipment.
One of the things that Kathy brought up when she was up there looking, the machines that you sit in and you pedal, they should be facing outside so you could look at the forest instead of the white wall.
So,
And maybe there was a reason for that, what she
if you
said.
turn them around,
Yep.
you're looking right into the house's kitchen.
Oh.
You're looking at what?
Into the house's kitchen. But, so everything is going to be shifted because the treadmills were placed in front of the TV, so you're like this far away from a TV. So the rower at the very end is coming down, and then everything else is being shifted. So what you see in there is not the final layout.
Yeah.
Still in the building, we're still missing quite a few pieces of furniture that got hung up with supply chain issues, which I'm bummed about. Like our couches aren't in. Our big like centerpiece table for downstairs in the lobby is not in. So I'm really bummed about that because I wanted people to see like, but
I
they're
can tell people that.
they're hung up somewhere, and
We just have a little problem with getting
yeah.
Some cardboard container that
Yeah, a container.
stuck with tariff somewhere.
Probably.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so,
But when you walk into that building, even though that table isn't there, the awe of just walking
yeah,
into the
yeah.
building for the first time.
is amazing.
I mean, if there's no table right there, that's not going to be missed. You know, there's
Yeah.
just so much to see.
I just don't want people to say, oh, look all this wasted space. There's meant to be something there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I get any comments, I will fill them in.
So that's the rundown. So everyone has their bullet points. Amy and I don't have any assignments. We'll kind of be floating around.
Floaters.
Yeah, floaters.
Yeah, we'll change into our sneakers after the speeches and like start running.
Do you want us as, to wear anything special?
Clothes.
Your finest.
Ball gowns.
A ball gown.
Finest.
I didn't know if you would like anything special.
Yes, that's,
You don't have to. You'll have your badge.
I just,
I bought
Dress to
myself a
impress
new
we
outfit
feel.
for graduation, one of my grandkids' graduation. Maybe I'll wear that.
You
Yeah.
got it.
I wondered if, like she wanted us all to wear a certain color or something like that.
Well, now
now that you said that.
What goes with the blue and then put down on the lower level?
I just,
No jeans.
No jeans.
No jeans.
Grand opening day, you're serving food.
Mhm.
And going forward in the building, are you going to allow food
Oh,
Outside food?
inside everywhere in the building?
Yes.
And drink everywhere in the building?
Yes.
Okay.
So on Wednesday and Thursday, Lucy's cleaning service is going through and doing a final sparkle of the building, and then she'll be on site on Friday to make sure the garbages are emptied and bathrooms are looking nice and trash isn't accumulating anywhere.
Food and drink are allowed.
Food and drink, almost all, you'll notice the furniture is wipeable, most of it.
Good. Good.
There are a couple of things that aren't, but I think the things that are going to get heavy use are like a wipeable
Material.
surface. Yeah.
The colors look so nice.
Oh, that
When you look
blue
at
is-
those,
I love
when
the
you look at
blues.
the chairs, the blue and gray, and then there's the green, it just sets everything off. It looks so nice. You did a good job, girl, picking all that out.
Yes.
I didn't do it myself.
No, I know, but you,
But-
yeah, you did a good job matching stuff up.
Coordinating it all. Whoa.
Is there any chance we can go into the building before Friday?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because
We haven't
we
been.
haven't been in since we.
Oh my gosh.
I
We got
know.
it. After this, we'll go over.
Awesome. If you're busy, though, we don't want
No.
to disturb you. We
No,
can
this is
walk.
more important.
I'll go over
Yeah,
with.
Oh, you haven't been in?
Now that the
Not
first-
since
I
the
went- I
rough
have
stage.
I've been on
Now
only
the
the
first
first level that I've been in.
Okay.
Twice, and that, Anita and I met.
And we can go in, like, we're gonna be bringing craft stuff over there, and we can go in
Okay.
anytime, right?
Beautiful.
So you can even help Wednesday when we're bringing stuff over after craft,
Perfect.
if you wanna see it
I will
again.
do that.
And we
Just
can
for-
get our
Do you
key
need help
cards.
Wednesday?
They'll come in.
When do you see the
Just every place.
We're not gonna have a lot
every
to bring
part
over
is-
this,
Okay.
because
Most
most
of
of
the
it's
big
over there.
stuff,
The only thing we'll have to bring over Wednesday is what we use Wednesday,
Yes.
so.
Okay, John's
And,
available.
I'll volunteer to come with you to.
Oh, we
move
won't,
stuff.
we won't need you, but you can come along for the,
Oh, well,
come along.
if I can't help, then
Oh, gee.
I'll be a bump on the log.
Oh, I'll find something.
We'll find
Yes.
something.
Yes, hands-on. John is always hands-on. Yes.
Make it work.
We have program brochures made.
Nice. I saw you referring to that.
Tried my very, very best to get every donor
Oh,
in here.
wow.
I fear that I might have missed someone, but they're to the printer.
Yeah, the addendum would come later. That's
Yeah.
fine.
They got to the printer before I knew garden bed donation came in. So unfortunately, we didn't get that, but I will say that in my speech. Yes. Yeah. There is also a list in here of things that we were able to purchase with the use of donor funds. So if people are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they bought these pool tables, donor funds.
Are the donor plaques,
Yes. They're up.
they're up and placed where they, okay. wow.
Yep.
Even the one in the elevator? Is
No.
that- No, I.
No, that one got,
Last
after
minute.
the
Yeah, it was
deadline, yeah.
done last minute.
yeah.
With number 2, the elevator. The elevator is number 1 in the library, and we got the same plaque, she was telling me.
Oh, the same donor?
Same donor.
Oh, she did?
And she did it, same donor,
Oh,
and same
nice.
plaque. It's just going to be, what's the wording in it?
The Village Lift,
The
comma,
Village
2.
Lift 2, or something like that, number 2.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
That's
I think that's
nice.
amazing.
Cute and sweet.
That's a big donation.
Whoa.
It is a huge donation. I saw her at town meeting.
Is
She
there
told
gonna
me
be a
that.
Who
donors
donated
board
it?
like the
It's,
library or no?
Kim Ambertelli.
Abertelli.
Oh, Kim.
Yeah,
There's the
Abertelli
tree.
Real Estate.
For those donors, and then the donor signage, and then the donors in here. I mean, like a donor board,
Like the library did? Did you see that?
the squares.
Yeah, so everybody who bought a room or something, they have the donor board. So they have
All in one
those
spot?
donors, if you see it, those on a wall. But
Yeah.
I don't know, it's sort of redundant because they have signs where they donate it.
Mm.
But it's called the donor board.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
And they have like,
Killer.
they come in different colors
Mm-hmm.
depending on the amount that was donated.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
if you have room on another wall, but
I'm sure we can find it.
And also, who was it that donated artwork for the hallway?
Oh, yeah.
It's a Faye Center. She's also in here, an artist who took down her show at the Acton Library,
Oh,
talked to Kimberly Stoney, who talked to us,
oh my.
and she still has it all in her car and her artwork. This happens to be all blues and greens and yellows,
wow.
botanical, lovely, absolutely lovely.
I have goosebumps.
And it fits perfectly. She's hanging it up this week. So her name is Faye Center, and she's going to leave it up for a month and a half.
Nice.
Very nice.
I'm sure I'm missing something somewhere,
No.
you're not going anywhere.
but
No,
No.
no
You'll
one's
be
going
here.
to notice.
the important message is we were on time and under budget,
Ah,
and here we are.
oh my God.
30 years.
That is,
And no
Bless
one's
us
going to
all.
notice if you forgot something.
That's exactly right.
And they walk through that door and it's going to be shock
They're
and
gonna
awe.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
Just the idea that we're on time and under budget.
oh my.
That's so big.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And I
So
just,
big.
well, I have to just tell you too, I think I keep thinking Carol Wing
Mhm.
makes it very clear that she loves Liz. Number one.
Yes.
She just loves Liz, and she says, because She will listen to you. She will ask you questions. She will, do whatever. And she involves people. And you people in Littleton are so lucky to have her.
Oh,
She's
you know
always
that.
saying that.
You know that. We know that.
And that's always, I know, but it's very true.
Yes, it is.
Liz, I have a question.
Yeah.
On the planters, you said they were ceramic. Do they have holes in them for drainage?
They do not, but Sandra had some ideas.
Because my husband said, you gotta have holes for drainage or they'll drown in the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of them is like this big.
This
Sandra had an idea of like putting a,
Gravel.
it's like stilts or something, and then a smaller bucket of,
Okay.
with drainage.
Okay.
So we're not filling the entire thing with dirt, and then it weighs
Yeah.
1,000 pounds.
Okay.
Sandra had a plan.
Okay. I'll discuss that with her
Yeah.
tomorrow.
And poke holes through the
That is
ceramic.
important.
Yeah, put a drainage, that goes right down and outside. What time is your meeting tomorrow?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock?
And you'll be meeting in the future in the new building.
Yes.
Yes, we will.
Ah, that's
And I'll
nice.
be in the kitchen on Tuesdays.
That's nice, though, that you're going to be able to be in the new building for the meetings, yeah.
Yes, yeah. The kitchen is gorgeous.
It is.
I have not seen that
The
myself.
kitchen
I
is
didn't know I
gorgeous.
could do
It
that.
is.
You've even got a place to put your purse while you're in there.
Charlie is probably dancing a jig.
No.
Charlie seasoned the griddle top this morning.
Yes.
You already seasoned it?
Yes.
Well, there's, we're going to have our Wednesday breakfast in here, right, this
Yes,
week?
this week.
The
Yeah.
last one.
The last
The
one?
last breakfast.
Yeah.
It's going to be the last.
Is there a plan, do you think, for cooking meals over there?
We're working on it. I have been having conversations with Charlie and Barbara and with Marilyn Converse, who are both Serve Safe certified. And already planted the seeds with FinCom and Select Board for a potential cook in the budget
Ooh.
or nutrition
Yes.
coordinator of some
Yes.
sort. So
That would be
What
a
would
nice.
that do to
That would be
Dale?
ideal.
nothing.
Oh,
She does her thing. She's got her.
Because I've often wanted to do something in craft class, like baking cookies and decorate and stuff like that, but we never were able to use the kitchen. And so that would be kind of cool if we ever got the opportunity to do something like that.
As long as we're not interrupting the flow of the Meals on Wheels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, no.
Well, I meet afterwards anyway, I don't meet till 1.
Yeah.
So put your thinking cap on, girl.
After hours cooking classes.
No,
Okay, Marge, I'm gonna run. I have
Oh, you can-
company coming.
You just don't run, walk.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Any
And I'll
questions?
see you on Friday.
See you Friday.
Any questions there, just give us a call.
I will.
Yes.
And I'll report to the board tomorrow.
Okay.
I can go out this way, right?
Yep, yep.
Tell them we welcomed you with open arms.
I will. Thank you.
The last thing on my radar that I wanted to share, we're working on a staff plan to be open later one evening, potentially Wednesday till 7, so that we could do like a weekly dinner type thing. So that's in the works. We're trying to keep us all at 40 hours without going
Down the
over.
road.
Yeah.
a weekly dinner for staff or for anybody,
For the community.
for the
For-
community.
Oh,
Like a neighborhood supper, but not
Not
a
all.
neighborhood supper.
Yeah, like a,
get together.
I don't know,
Yeah.
a $5 meal that we cook or something along those lines. Something sustainable.
Wow.
Liz, I have a question, because I've seen a lot of the, Acton and, for some of the things that they do where everyone can come, no matter what town you are, but for others, they will write non-residents a charge. Are you gonna do that with things?
That's a great debate. So,
Because I know, if it's really, might
Yep.
wanna.
so on page 2 of our newsletter, it says, Littleton residents have priority. for signing up for events. I've been going back and forth with all the directors in my regional directors group. Some charge extra for out-of-towners, some don't. Some allow them, some don't. Some even refer back to their equal opportunity statement saying, just because you live out of town doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to come here. So there's all kinds of different ways to look at it.
But this is only for special
Yeah.
ones that they charge. It's not
Yeah.
all the time.
Yep. So for most of our special occasions, like a big dinner or spring fling type event, we would do Littleton priority.
Yep.
Like the Cinco de
I
Mayo.
don't really, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't love the idea of charging somebody more just because they live out of town.
No, I don't either, really.
Making them wait to sign up.
Yeah, waiting, put them on a waiting list
Yeah.
if they had to be. Like
Right.
with the craft class, I've had a couple of ladies from Acton that were coming almost on a regular basis. They don't come anymore. And then there's a lady from Air, and she would come, and there was always room for her.
Yeah.
So, but what I did have to say once, you'll have to wait over on the side, and if I have stuff left after everybody comes, then you can definitely stay.
So the town doesn't direct anything, because Park and Rec has a resident fee and a non-resident fee.
Right,
That comes from, not the town. from
not the
them.
town, correct.
But you are a department of the town.
We are a department of the town, and we accept funding from the state, our formula grant.
Does that say you have to be open then to everyone?
They heavily imply it because they are providing money to all COAs
Okay.
across the state, and we use that money to pay for our instructors and our classes and our fun things. It's not written in black and white, but it's heavily implied. Once you get into charging somebody more because they're out of town, it becomes administratively hard to manage.
Right.
And then I've found that other people in the class kind of start policing who's paid and who's not
Right.
paid, which gets incredibly like awkward for people and borderline inappropriate when someone comes up to the office and says, "I don't think this person's paying," and they might mail a check to us, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So I try not to.
What a can of worms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it-
it is.
yeah, it's a great
wasn't-
question though. Great question.
Because I've seen it recently in their
Yep.
bulletins, like our broadcaster. I've seen it.
Yeah.
And it's only for like very special things, probably things they've had to pay for too.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
it does.
definitely see doing something like that for
A special big
spring
event.
fling. Yeah,
Yeah.
fall fling kind of
Well,
thing.
yeah, it's not everyday stuff.
Yeah.
That was why I wondered if.
Yeah,
Oh, touchy subject.
it's very.
Yeah.
I do want to ask the board, when I come up with a rate or suggested rate for the fitness room, do you want to approve it? Do you want input on it, or just,
Would I know what?
I'd love to
Right,
know
right,
what
would
it
be.
is, but I don't feel that I need to approve what,
I don't either.
because you will know.
It's
if
your
you're-
job.
Yeah, I-
You know best.
Are you thinking per class usage or per month?
the actual fitness, the gym
Yep,
in the building,
per every time you
per
use
6
it?
months kind of thing?
Oh, like
Yeah.
a membership?
Yeah, like a membership for the revolving fund to maintain the equipment and pay the instructor. And also, are we setting an age, over 55, over 60, over
Oh, yeah.
65?
I think we do have to set an age, because otherwise there'd be no time for the seniors to use it.
Right, oh, yeah, because, yeah.
Yep.
I think so too. There has to be some kind of a structure there.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
And I mean, you could set the age and start it, and then if you find it's not being utilized,
Right.
you can revisit it,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Can always add. It's easier to add than to take away.
Right.
And you figure there will be people probably under 60
Oh, yeah, there'll be
that
a
are
lot.
going to be real interested
You'll
in
find a
using
lot
it.
of
They're
40s.
gonna want to, a lot of them are
Find
gonna
a lot
want to
of
do it on their way
40-year-olds.
home from work or something when the
Yeah.
building's
Yeah.
closed. So what are the hours gonna be of the building to start with?
Same hours we have now,
So,
like the 8 to 4, and
Yeah.
we're probably going to be adding in that evening hours until 7, probably sometime this summer.
Oh, okay.
that one day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that, and gradually, because it's gonna have to.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were talking about the senior center and visiting other newly built senior centers way back when. You know, I remember there was a lot of talk, the town administrator at the time and the assistant town administrator at the time were asking a lot of questions about how they operated and if they rented out the space in the building for people, like if somebody has a wedding and they want to use the
For a
kitchen
shower.
for a shower, etc., and who would pay for the custodian. You have to have somebody on board and all of that. And I don't know whether this town, our town, has any of that in the works or
The
anything.
library does.
Yeah, I have a draft
Do
policy
you do that
written.
in the library?
No.
Oh, yeah.
The rooms are not used for personal use at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know whether that's down the road coming, but it, you know, because it's Elder and Human Services,
Yeah.
and for the whole town, it might be more likely
But not for private use.
they have it in other towns.
In other towns.
They can rent the space. They have to
It is
rent the space.
Yeah.
A
So
lot of money.
And they have to pay to rent the space and pay for the custodian, et cetera, because the town doesn't do that. But these towns that did it felt it was a source of income for them to help.
yeah, I know towns do that. I had like an hour-long phone conversation with our insurance rep for the town
Yeah, that's interesting.
about Boy Scouts or Girl Scout
Right.
troops using the
Yep.
building. And one of the things that came up is if you're allowing an outside entity to come in, they have to have an additional insurance policy naming the town as an additionally insured
Ah.
up to like $1,000 or
Oh,
$1 million.
wow.
So,
Like for Boy Scouts would have to have a separate
yes,
rider?
yeah. And they typically already do.
Right.
Right,
If you're
'cause
like a
they're a
large
different-
organization. So I have a draft policy written based on libraries and kind of sprinkled in with some other stuff from other
Interesting.
towns
Yeah.
and action with the insurance agent. I'm sitting on it for now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't blame you.
We're going to live in this building for about 6 months and then
Please,
before we make
Oh,
a
my
big
gosh.
change.
Oh, yeah, you have to. I understand
Yeah.
that.
Oh, my
But
gosh.
you can just see where it can go, too.
Oh,
Yeah, and where people will come in and ask for
well,
Yes.
this and that, make a to-do list, and 6 months down the road, look at the to-do list and see if anything is able to be done or should be done.
when there was a Lions Club in town, and they would do the food at the Christmas Bazaar, Holiday Bazaar.
Yeah,
And they always made the meatball and the sausage sandwiches. Back then, because I was in the Lions Club, we had to have someone from the high school cafeteria there
yeah,
from the time we opened till we closed.
yeah,
And
That
we
makes
had to
sense.
pay for it.
And then
made
you
a lot
pay.
of sense, and
yeah.
we never quibbled about it.
Mhm.
And sometimes we had someone that was more than willing to help, and other times we had someone who, I'm just going to sit and get paid for sitting.
yeah. See?
You know, but usually it was,
Yeah, but that's all down the road, too. It has to be explored.
but it was, you know, you had to have someone. So I would think the same thing would be true, and especially if someone's using the kitchen at all.
Oh, yeah.
That
Jean,
would-
go ahead.
So to start with your booking of your program rooms that you have now, only your department will be booking those rooms.
Yes.
Do you have a system that books them for you so you can see?
Just the town calendar booking system.
All right. Because when we book for outside organizations, then you got to have a system.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gets really crazy. You have to know, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're in control of it right now, and all the programs will be your programs only,
Yep.
then you can know.
I think you're right. It has to be even a year, maybe, before you explore other stuff.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, because it's just going to take time.
And I mean, you might be filling up those program rooms every day, so there won't be room.
Yeah.
Well, with Megan doing her job,
Oh, yes, the way
she fills up that broadcaster so fast.
Well, with everything that's been held in the library coming over here, your rooms are going to be utilized.
Well, what's coming over here from the library?
Your yoga classes,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Tai Chi and.
Oh, Tai Chi and all them.
Your friends' meetings, all of that stuff that you know, we juggle over there for our own programming. We fight against the town, the selectmen use it twice a month.
I noticed, what's the
You know.
selectmen
They're not going to
meeting
use
here?
it anymore, though.
They're coming
They're
here
back
now
here.
for meetings.
But what I'm saying is that,
Yeah.
you're gonna be utilizing that building more now. Your programs are all gonna come back in.
Right.
You're gonna use it.
Yeah.
Well,
Your-
because we
your
got
craft
space, we got
classes
space.
are
Yes,
there.
I know, that's the whole,
We have space now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you might not be able to open it up for outside, because you'll be utilizing it.
Well, time will tell. That's a process. It's gonna have to, yeah.
Yeah, you need time to settle in.
Yeah.
So if that question comes up, people are asking during
Yes.
open house.
Yes.
Work in process.
Yep.
Yep.
We're reviewing and
One day at a time here. We're just opening, Right.
We're just in awe that we're here.
Right.
Let us take a
And that
breath.
is so true.
Let us take a breath
We've
before we
taken
get into it.
25 years or more
Only
to
building
get here.
that has a computer for public use.
1972 was when the Council on Aging was established in this town.
library
But did they want
The
the senior
library.
center at
has
that
many
time?
computers for public
Oh,
use.
well, I did not see in
But in our
print
building.
articles
that's the
about a
only room.
senior center, but they opened up, the first thing they did was open up a drop-in
Issues
center
there
for seniors
because
in their first
the
year.
group we were in,
So that
several
is an
people didn't have
indicator
internet.
of, in many ways, of
Start of
the
it.
start of it
I
all.
meant
That outside
And that
of
drop-in
restaurant.
center was where
Tie into
Castle
their
on the
internet.
Trees is now.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember
Because the
that.
Park and
And
Rec
they don't wanna come
building
in.
Oh,
there,
that's right, that.
And,
It was
back
Park and
when
Rec
Ken
and COA.
White was the
Yeah.
Park and Rec person,
Yeah,
and that's where the first
COA was.
COA board meetings first meetings were held at Curran's, I forget, Michael Curran's, he was the chair. They were held at his house, because I was on that board, and I used to go to his house for meetings at night,
When I started working
back in
here
1972.
on the Conservation
Yeah, I joined
Commission
as-
in 1981, the office was at my house. And when there was building had to be done with plans, they came and unrolled them on my dining room table.
Was this
In-
the assessor's office?
No, Conservation
Oh,
Commission.
Conservation.
I was on my
dining room
dining
table.
room for 3 years before I got a little space in the basement of the fire station.
Yeah, no, it's fascinating, though, when you think back and to look back.
How things were run back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but, any more questions? If you have any and you need to get an answer, you're gonna have to call Liz or send her an email. But
And
try.
I got my article in and I got my picture in, so I'm all
You
done.
got your picture in.
I got, not my picture, the picture of what we're doing.
Oh, I thought you got, I got my article in too, but it's already changed because of all the, I think we must, my article was in for the broadcast.
Well, it was a good article while it happened, and now it's gonna have to change.
It has to change because, it was all about just really appreciating the staff and telling them how much we appreciate you. And now we've got, the thing with Alicia.
Yeah.
That has to be put in there.
Oh, my gosh.
Plus the new record. I talked a big time about the record set in March. Now we beat that record already in April. So that's got to change.
I think every month we're going to be beating
Yeah,
the record.
I won't write about that next month, but anyway.
Yes.
Will your building be recycling?
Yes.
Good.
Are we going to be doing recycling things?
Yes. Good. I bought recycle bins, so.
Oh, well, no, but you're not going to have a recycling event for oh, no, shredding. I'm thinking shredding. Forget. I was thinking about shredding.
We won't throw the plastic bottles
Yes,
out,
we,
and we'll
you know,
do,
John is trash man, and when he looks in to see all those water bottles in with the regular trash,
I got,
we'd love to separate. I know,
I got a garbage can that has the 2 holes,
Oh.
like bottle
sweet,
sized
sweet.
holes in
Good.
them.
Okay,
good.
yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully the seniors will be better than the teens. David does recycling for the library.
Oh, oh no.
They don't. He gets so frustrated because the teens just throw
Oh, yeah.
everything everywhere. But
Uh-huh.
hopefully, the seniors will
Yes.
respect that.
Yes.
Yeah, but for another
If we have the
programming event.
receptacles,
For,
we'll observe that.
Okay.
Do you need?
No, we don't need any more questions.
Nope.
She's got to get going.
I make a move that we adjourn the meeting at 4:20.
And we
I
have a-
second that.
Thank you. We have a motion to adjourn the meeting at 4:20, made by Jean and seconded by Marilyn. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody saying no?
See you
I'm in
Friday.
favor of it too. So we have a
So what time do you think we should